Today I'm going to chat about the pros and cons of living in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. My name is Holly Green. I'm on the Jamie Green team here at eXp Realty, and we help hundreds of people buy, sell, and invest in real estate here in Nova Scotia. Let's start with the pros. Number one pro of living in Dartmouth is that it is more affordable than the Halifax area. Dartmouth is growing. There's not as many houses as the Halifax area, and there's also not as many amenities. That means that you can get the same house at a more affordable price in Dartmouth. Another pro of living in Dartmouth is the underrated downtown scene. Downtown Dartmouth is beautiful. Right on the waterfront, you have the perfect view of downtown Halifax, and it is so rich in food and drinks, and the vibe is just undeniable. Grab a drink or a snack on a patio in downtown Dartmouth and you won't be disappointed. Another pro of living in Dartmouth is there are parks and trails absolutely everywhere. No matter what neighborhood in Dartmouth that you live in, you are walking distance to a beautiful park, dog parks for your children. There's parks, there's a ton of schools, and the trails are incredible. We have links to the BLT trails right down in Dartmouth. We are driving distance to the beach. It's just beautiful. All right, now for the cons. One of the cons of living in Dartmouth there are some underdeveloped areas, for sure. There are some really great neighborhoods, and a 5 to 10 minute walk, you have a not so great neighborhood. This is changing. Dartmouth is growing. Lots of new families are moving in. We are getting more amenities. So those underdeveloped areas will come around. Another con, it is still largely lacking density. Now, of course, as much that this is a con, it's also a pro because it is more calm in Dartmouth. There's not as much traffic. There's not as much people walking around. Your backyard is actually quite quiet. There's lots of trees. It's beautiful, but the density is for sure less, which also means that the transit is not so good. And the final con is that if you work in downtown Halifax and you have to do that morning and evening commute, you have to go over the bridge. Now, there are 2 bridges, which is great, but you do need to pay the toll. When you go from Dartmouth to Halifax, whether you're downtown or uptown Halifax, if there is any issues on the bridge itself, you could get stuck in traffic. Definitely a con, but in my opinion, to have the beautiful downtown core of Dartmouth, to get all of those parks and trails, to have the less density of people, Dartmouth is the best place to live. It's beautiful. If you have any pros and cons of Dartmouth, leave them below in the comments. We would love to hear about them, and we look forward to helping you find your Halifax home.